What is going on, everybody? Psycho here. Oh, sorry, it's been a while since I've got to upload a video. Things have just been crazy busy lately. But I wanted to kind of go over the state of things right now with where I am looking at. I have been working on getting my walls buffed up, and I was just showing you them there a little bit ago. I'm almost done with them. I started the main defenses, and I've been cranking through these. And I've had a couple people asking me how in the world I am making so much loot so quickly, and evidently they did not watch my previous video or they could not hear me in it. So I wanted to kind of go over the strategy behind big loot grabs. If you are looking for big loot, I'm talking between 1.5 million and up, I would recommend the Crystal 2 to Master 2 region. Here's what I look for. I do not look for a base that has under a million. If it has under a million in loot altogether, pass. Next thing I do is I load up on sneaky goblins. I usually come in with 5 healers, the heroes, and I carry a CC that has Ice Golem and P.E.K.K.A, 8 Quakes, 2 Rages, and a freeze spell. And just wherever is necessary, I will use those Quakes to break in and get my sneaky goblins there. So first off, you see me go around and get all the easy stuff along the edge there. And that, on this base, netted me half of it, so about 800,000 just on the outside alone. Well, I was a little greedy and I decided I wanted that big stuff in the middle. So I broke into there using the Quakes. I'm going to use my heroes to get in there as well and get the rest of this loot. And as you can see, these sneaky goblins are great also for just clearing out. It only takes 1 sneaky goblin to take out a collector. Depending on how close the storage is, it takes between 2 to 3 of those sneaky goblins to take out a storage. If it's really deep, it might take 4 or 5, just because you got to get that one hit and it's gone kind of situation. But you're not always going to get all of the loot. As you'll see, I'm going to have a couple of different replays today showing me wrecking the economies of different bases, just what to look for, and the easiest ways to get a lot of loot, because that's what it is all about when you're down at this region. This is not exactly the region that you're trying to practice your war attack skills on. No, that's something you do up in Titan and Legend League. Down here in the Crystal to Master League, this is all about farming. It is about getting those defenses strengthened, getting your troops up. And so that's what we are going to look at. So this hit right here, a little over 1.5 million altogether in loot. So I'm happy with that. I immediately, as soon as I get done with these, load up my troops. So let's pull those up. And here we are with the next attack. This fella is making it real easy on me. And what I want to show you is I'm also looking for bases that have easy stars, because I don't want to drop too much. If I drop too far, like if I drop down a Crystal 3 or lower, loot down there does not exist very much, and it's sometimes a slog to climb back up. So I try to pick up stars as I go along here, and this is a perfect base for it. So I send in just a couple of goblins each time to take out a storage, to take out a collector. I don't want to send too many at once, because if I have all 5 appear, or 10 or 20, those splash defenses will take them out. I got the multi-target Inferno, I got the multi-mortar, I got a bomb tower, a couple wizard towers down there, and then just the defenses in general. So if all my goblins appear at once, they will disappear just as quickly as they appeared. So I only send in a couple at a time. Also, goblins are not fans of the scatter shots, and evidently I'm not a fan of plugging my phone in. That is a repeated issue with me. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. Oh, all right. But once I get these storages and collectors cleared out, it's an easy start. You see that town hall there? All it takes is about 5 to 6 sneaky goblins from where I'm at. And I always send in 1 to test, make sure there's no tornado trap. And once I verify that, send in my other 5 or 6, however many I determine it's needed, based upon the run, and take it out. And as you can see, I still have all that gold over there. So I'm starting to run low on my sneaky goblins. I'm gonna need to do something to get all that gold, because it's a far run. If I send them all at once, they will all appear, and get taken out by that multi-target Inferno very quickly. So again, testing the waters, see where all I can get taken out, and then I determine, is this something I really want to keep pursuing? Yeah, it is. Let's use my CC troops. So I'm not going to use one of my sieges because the town hall was just right there, and I could use the stone slammer here, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll go ahead and release my CC. It has an ice golem and a P.E.K.K.A and a huge tank to get my heroes in here, get them under the Grand Warden protection, at the same time throw down a rage spell and my sneaky goblins that are under the Warden protection. They'll go over there and clear out a lot of stuff really quickly. Get my heroes using their abilities, send in my last sneaky guy, and just sit back at this point and see how much loot I can actually walk away with. This start, it was 1.6 million in loot. Right now I've collected about 1.3 million. Not a bad raid, but I'd like to see more than that, but my queen has other plans. So, to be honest, I don't want to keep my queen in here too much longer, but I do anyways, just so I can take out his king and punish him for making me have to use more troops. But not a bad raid there. Oh, 1.2 million. I wound up with 1.2 million. So, on to the next one. And these are almost all back to back. And this was a 1.7 million raid. And I was looking at this one for the potential of also getting a start. You see how close that town hall is to the edge there? One quake spell gets me into that compartment. I can imagine that he's got Teslas right there in that gap. It would make sense. He's either got him there or over by the Eagle defense. And here's where it also is a good idea to send in just one sneaky goblin, because when you approach it, and those Teslas pop up, those goblins have a pause. They're like, oh wait, what's this? What just popped up? And they stop for a second, and they start again. Well, that second that they stop is critical because you're losing time for getting the loot before they appear. So make sure if you go about that route, throw in your quake spell, send in just one to test. Wait, and then see what happens, then send in the rest. Because the name of this game right here is just to keep moving. You don't want to use too many troops over and over again, because if you use too many troops and too many spells, and you're depleting more than what you're creating, then you will slow down with your raiding. You might have to end up using a training potion. Keep in mind, each sneaky goblin takes 21 seconds if you have all 4 town halls, which at this level you should, or not town halls, barracks. At this level you should have all 4 barracks, but it takes 21 seconds for each sneaky goblin to be created. Usually on a collector only raid, I'll use 12 to 15 of those. So you are looking at 5 per minute, so it takes 3 to 4 minutes to get those goblins back for that quick raid. Now it's even more time if you use more goblins. So try to conserve them as much as possible. Don't just throw all of them that you have right away. That way you can keep consistently looting. This particular day I was not using a training potion, but I still walked away at the end of the night. Had upgraded, I think it was 22 of my walls, because I was 25 at the beginning of the night, and at the end of the night I was 3 left. So I'll finish those up tomorrow. Call it a day on the walls and be done with those for all of Town Hall 12, and start focusing on all my other defenses. But at this point, it's just picking up any extra loot I can. I saw that there was a storage in there. I was wondering if I could possibly get to it. So I wanted to send in my wall breakers under the Grand Warden protection, so that way they get past all those defenses there, steal whatever loot I could. And then I recognized there was still one more over here that I completely missed, so I'll send in my sneaky goblins. I'll go ahead and freeze that wizard tower, because they will appear here. I was running low on the sneakies. Oh, and I ran out of time, so 1.7 million. Now this one was a nice raid. It was, what is this, 1.8 million, just a little over. And again, this was all in collectors and in storages. So I'm going to have to use my full army on this also. And whenever you use the full army, go ahead and go for the 2-star attack. If you're going to use it all, don't just go for the pump and dump and then walk away. You know, go for the whole 2-star thing. That way you can keep in that range, that magical range of Crystal 2 to Master 2. So send in the Queen, throw the healers up there. In this case, I got some hogs coming her way. I don't want to lose the Queen, so I'm going to go ahead and rage her up. And she'll sit here and take out each one of these hogs before they can get to her, hopefully. And she is in good condition now. She'll take out some of the defenses up here, and look at this. He has 4 storages up here. So I'm going to go ahead and send in some raged up wall breakers. That way she can get into that compartment there and take out those collectors herself. Sometimes she doesn't want to obey. She'll go about her own way. So that's why I bring these other tools in with me. Send in the wall wrecker here. It's going to open up these slots here, and I got 3 storages up here that I can send in my goblins to collect on. I'm not too concerned about that dark elixir. As you can see, my dark elixir's been full for quite some time. The only time I spend dark elixirs when I'm getting super troops ready, because I got my heroes maxed up for using this strategy. So they will get in here. I'm going to lose my wall wrecker here. It's alright. Have my ice golem and my P.E.K.K.A. there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some wizards to clear out up here to keep working on the percentage, because also at 70% in the victory you also get that bonus. I'm going to open up the bottom of the base here to get my goblins in here to take those. Weighing the risk and reward of that town hall. I got the Giga Tesla in there that will do some heavy damage, take out my goblins very quickly. So I try to calculate how much time does it take for my goblin to get to that town hall. So I'll send in a test to see how long it takes me to get to that storage, and then kind of gauge from there and determine, is it worth it or not. I've got 46 seconds. Let's go for it. Like I said, if you're going to do it, go for the 2-star. To make it easier, I'm going to throw in this rage here. I'm going to send in 10 goblins. 10 raged up goblins, no matter how far away that town hall is, will get to it before they die. And if necessary, I keep the freeze around. I got 1 more storage there that I want to try to get that 40, well, it's going to be 86,000 from. They break through. I got 8 sneaky goblins left. I'll wait till the eagle defense gets done with its thing there. Send in the rest of my goblins, pick up that quick 80,000 in loot, and walk away a happy camper. Alright, let's take a look at one more example here as we climb up here. This one was worth 2.1 million. And as you can see, a ton of it is in those outside collectors. So again, it takes about 13 goblins. Sometimes you can get away with less if they're right by each other like this. You do every other one, and sometimes one goblin will pick up 2 of those collectors. Sometimes they won't, so you just send in cleanup crew here. But already, we've taken out 1 million in loot and counting. So now I got all these storages. I got 4 of them right there along the top, and I got 2 of them in the bottom right, 2 of them in the bottom, direct bottom. I want to kind of go through the middle here. That way I can send in my, I made a mistake here admittedly. I thought I had my queen with me, and I was intending sending her behind my wall wrecker here. So all I had were my sneaky goblins, my rages, and my freeze. I didn't have my quakes. So I had to use my spells a little more intelligently here, and failed to do so. I did not get the wall breakers in there properly. I tried one more and succeed. So now I can send in my sneaky goblins to pick up what those 3 storages up there on the top right. Now I'm gonna still have quite a few goblins that I can try to break through on the other side and try to sneak up some more stuff. But first, let's focus on clearing these out here, and weigh whether or not I want to lay that freeze spell down. It doesn't look like it's going to be worth it here to use that. So I'm going to try to conserve that for another area, see how well I can actually break through on the wall. I've got most of that one taken care of. Now I want to decide if I want to go with this bottom one, which has 3 splash damages, or the top one. This bottom one looks like it'd be pretty tempting, so I freeze this right here, completely missing the bomb towers. Try to get my wall breaker in there. Does not succeed, and instead I'm distracted by the collector for the dark elixir, which I'm not too concerned about, as I told you earlier. But go ahead and send them in here. I'll put them under a healer to see if that helps them out. But I think those cannons are just too much, and there's too many other defenses taking them out. So I'm just going to have to go with the grand old sneaking method. Count how long it takes. In this case, it takes me exactly 5 seconds to get there. So 2 goblins is not going to cut it. I'll try 3. See how well they do with 3. And they get it. All right, so over here, it took me 2 and then 3, so 5 goblins altogether. So I'll send in 5 to take care of this one. Get it done. All right, and then up here I look. Let's calculate, and we'll rage these goblins up. Throw in some healers so they have extra time. So I'd like to get all of that I can. And get that. Get to the next wall, through it, and they die right away. So altogether, I walked away with only 1.7, a little higher. Occasionally, you'll also come across these, and I love when people do bases like these when I'm using my sneaky goblins for a couple reasons. First off, getting those storages, 2 goblins per storage, easy. The town hall, 5 goblins, done. Even with all those defenses up there, 5 goblins is all it takes. Sometimes I'll accidentally press more, but also a great strategy with the sneaky goblins, take out that CC if you can. If somebody leaves it on the outside, that should be your first target. Send 8 sneaky goblins at that CC. They'll take it out before any troops can ever be released. I've done that in a couple war attacks, and it works phenomenal. Cheap, easy way to get rid of CC troops. But real simple. Like I said, 2 goblins per storage, 1 goblin per collector, and easy loot. Looks like actually I'm ready to upgrade some of my walls. I got 5 million each one up there, so I'll get 2 walls after this attack that get to be upgraded. In the battle, got my star, got my loot. In, out, quick. Alright. Oh, smaller raid here, 1.5 million. And this one actually, I like this raid because despite the fact that it's a Town Hall 12 with all of its defenses active, I wanted to show you if you really want to, you can get more stars than just 1 or 2 stars. It is possible using this attack to get 3 stars. And I saw this as a prime base example. You see these weak walls? Sneaky goblins will run through those things like they are nothing. It only takes 5 or 6 sneaky goblins to get through there before they're even spotted. So very easy, very quick. So I felt that I can get the 3-star under here, so I wanted to give it a shot, and that's why I even started recording. Because to be honest, this was only 1.5 million, and that was like the low end of what I was looking for that day. I was looking for around 1.7 or higher, but I felt that this one would be a great example of what you can also do. So get the queen in there, get her to take out that eagle defense, get her to take out the multi-target infernos in that town hall. I'd be in pretty good condition. All the storages are in the second tier of the ring there. So as long as I can keep my queen alive, I can get those storages from the very center. And I can use my sneaky goblins to get the collectors and the other storages in the outer ring. Once those are down and all the loot is gone, I can start turning those goblins onto the defenses, and they will tear defenses up. So that's my goal right now. I've got my queen in the center. She's taking stuff out. I was hoping that she'd come up here and take out the rest of this, the expo and the storages. She was taking a little longer than I wanted. I recognized myself getting close to a time fail if I was going to pull this off, because I still have a minute left and I have 50% of the base up. So that's not a good spot to be in. Go ahead and send in my wall record. It'll go to where the town hall was. I don't care about it getting through that center wall, so I'll go ahead and release it early. Get my P.E.K.K.A. in there with the ice golem to distract all these troops. And I also need to judge where do I still have collectors at. I saw another collector over here that the queen was not able to reach. So now that's gone. I send 1 sneaky goblin per defensive building and per outbuilding. And watch, they will just tear them up, especially with all these troops being tanks in the center. So I have 10 sneaky goblins left. Try and decide where I want to put them. I got 12 seconds left in the match, and I only got 3 defenses down here at the bottom still, and 1 up there at the top. 4 seconds left. Release the rest of my goblins. They get to them. Boom, gone. So it is possible against weak Town Hall 12s to get a 3-star attack. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to see more stuff I'm going to be putting out. I got a couple more videos I got to get out tonight, so I will see you all very soon.